Hello and welcome to Samara Star ASMR. We are going to burn some herbs and leaves today. In this session, we are going to be letting go and releasing. I want to do first. I want to talk about archons, of course, because I am a walk-in soul. First, I want to introduce myself to those of you who are new. I'm burning some cinnamon, bringing back the sweetness of life, right? So archons are in everyday society. They are your church leaders. They are entities in bodies or beings in the mortal self, which is, blood and bones, that are in the governments. They're in churches, they could be in schools, in those higher power positions, or it could be a neighbor on your street that's always there, that maybe gets like checks from the government, who just trolls everything in surveillance with cameras. And archon, parasites, reptilians, alpha draconians, all of those agendas of the wickedness, okay? And if you are an alpha draconian and you are being awakened and you are becoming aware, I applaud you and you're changing. I'm a starseed and a walk-in soul from the higher light realms. And last night I went through a huge solar angel flare awakening. To the cosmic solar angels contacted me, and I had many messages encoded in me from light language from the solar angels, Angelics. And I'm not talking about Abrahamic angels, I'm not talking about archangels, I'm talking about the cosmic Angelics from the universe, okay? So these beings are ultra strong. They look like statues, they're beautiful, and I mean like very built statues with wings and very strong faces, beautiful faces. The solar Angelics, they told me that they wanted me to channel their messages that I got awakened with last night, that were encoded in my crystalline DNA. And I want to talk a lot about them and their purpose, and I'm going to let them channel through me because I am a conduit. And when I say I'm a walk-in soul, okay, this means that this is not my original body form. This is a previous, she was a goddess incarnate, okay, or in this body. She inhabited this body. That's the word that I look for. My mother tongue, or my main language, my first language or mother tongue, is telepathy. I'm very telepathic. Me and all of my star beings from Lemuria, Atlantis, Pleiades, Orion's belt, and not just Mintaka, because she was really Mintakan and she was very mermaid angelic. I'm more like, Bellatrix, and a little bit more assertive than her. She was more like reserved and very extremely psychically empathic, like extremely claircognizant, clairsentient. I'm more, visionary, clairvoyant, and but of course I have respect for her. This was her body that the Galactic Federation of Light sent me through. And okay, so we're gonna go back up and we're gonna talk first about archons. So I was put into this body from my starship, from the Galactic Federation of Light, sent here from the stars, the cosmos, and I was on Orion with all of my star fathers and the leaders, the Galactic Federation. The leaders, the Galactic Federation of Light, for those of you who don't know, because it's very rare, okay, and the soul who inhabited this body first, she was a, I just lost the thought. I was going to say something, but because a lot of spirits, she also was a conduit of spirit, but she was deeply sensitive, but she was more like, she was a targeted individual, but that's not what I wanted to say. I have solar angels that want me to deliver a message, and then I want to talk about archons. But she was targeted by archons that would work through her family. So like her mother was into the cult of Abrahamic religion of Christianity, and she was targeted by a lot of Christian witches, and archons are in religion because they condition your brain to believe in the crucifixion story, um, which is bullshit. They condition your mind to go with the masses of the sheep. Do the 9 to 5, do this, and to go by books that they say were God's word, but it wasn't written by God. You know what I mean? It was written by man, and men lie. Um, but this is where she got attacked and targeted. Like if she would go and buy a papaya from the store, or pick jujube from a tree, the archons would go through her family members, and her mother's reptilian as well, and then she had like nephews who were like Alpha Dracos, from also the reptilian star race, because that is just like a crow and a raven. You get it? So it's just like they would ruin her stuff. So they would like pierce their nails into the jujubes, or her mangoes or eggplants would go missing, or they would mark up with a permanent marker her clothes, or her clothes would go missing, or if she cooked beef, her mom, the reptilian, they would just fuck with her stuff. Like, so this is archonic. Archons, they will work through your family members, especially if you are a targeted individual and if you are a glitch in the matrix. And she was a glitch in the matrix, but I am more than a glitch in the matrix. I'm a walk-in soul. So she was getting tested and tried. And so the solar Angelics, she used to work with archangels, and she felt like she was being attacked. She felt like she felt like she lost her wings because she was originally Earth Angel Mintakan. She was Earth Angel Mermaid, okay? And she also had, she survived the Lemurian attack from the Alpha Dracos, the reptilians. And she survived Atlantis, and she was here, and she was very introverted, and all of their attacks made her have like social anxiety, and it was just really bad. So the solar angelics, just like the fallen ones, or the basically in 2021 she had this huge awakening to where she felt like her wings were burned off, and she felt like she was a fallen angel, and she was in that darkness from 2021 all the way up until January of this year, like until like 3 nights ago. And but when she went to the plaza, and I want to invite you back to my previous videos, she was targeted really bad by more archons, by more draconics, more reptilians, excuse me, and Alpha Dracos in a plaza, and they'll work through undercover cops, they'll work through the sheriff, crooked sheriffs in the parking lot. They'll work through workers at McDonald's, all the way up to the owner at McDonald's, and some workers at Dunkin' Donuts, and team leads or coaches in Walmart. And she was just attacked by these spiritual beings, these archons. And so the solar angelics have come, just like the fallen ones. I don't know if you've seen like the light bearer, okay? The light bringer, he's the ancient god. And so anyways, she recognized that when she found out about the archons and how she was being targeted and what they were doing, and like watch my previous videos, she saw that she wasn't only a targeted individual. And there goes my thought. It's like they try to block what I'm trying to say, because I still, like, I'm in her body, and so it's like her cellular memories in her mind, they put stuff in her food to where like it kind of changed the program of her, and she was like almost like a robot, to where she was like, they were trying to change her to be like the rest of them. And when they saw that she was a glitch in the matrix, and they saw that, wow, she's too sharp, like we can't put her in the system, we can't arrest her, we can't get her in trouble for the life of us. I mean, they tried to really target her. And she found out from the archonic agenda that she was being targeted, and that it was never her energy. She was never a fallen angel. That was the projections of the archonic agenda working, from the reptilian star race and that alpha draconian star race, projecting their hatred or their envy or whatever they were programmed, because everything's a simulation in this universe, but projections. Okay, so she was an empathic sponge to where like she sucked up the energies of everyone she passed, everyone that was, you know, she had unusually strong psychic sight and psychic gifts, and even the head archon reptilian who owned the McDonald's recognized this in her, as well as she got the attention of just by being, just by existing, just with her goddess gifts and just with her aura and how strong she became from all of these archonic attacks, and she defied them, you know, and she was so strong. So she figured out that she was like, I was never a dark one, I was never a fallen angel. That was the archons. They were trying to encode that in my brain matrix, in my, they were projecting projections from the archons, and I was always a light warrior, and that was the solar angelics message to her. They were like, you know, you're a spiritual warrior, you're from the stars, the Pleiades, Mintaka, Atlantis, Lemuria, and it was never you. You were never a dark one. It was the haters. It was the ones that wanted to pull you down to their level, the archons, the ones that wanted you programmed into the matrix to, you know, go to a 9 to 5 and fit in someone's box and live the life, the archonic life, so you could be blinded by your gifts. And the light bearer had contacted her, the reason why she thought she was a fallen angel, and him and his realm had contacted her, and they were the only ones that she felt around her from like 2021 all the way up until 2025. That really helped her. And hell is a star constellation. It's really not like what they say in Christian mythology or Abrahamic religion. Lucifer is a light bearer. Okay, he is not the devil. They in Christianity they say that Lucifer and Satan are the devil. First of all, Satan is his brother. And she thought that she was just so down and out, and then it was like this dark witch who was projecting a lot of darkness on her after her twin flame got with her to where she felt like she was a fallen angel. And then she met a couple of dark masculines on her journey, like the darker masculines, you know, the ones working from their shadow selves, not like a dark one, like, because when I say light and dark, I'm not talking about heaven and hell. I'm not talking about that whole Christian mythology concept of Abrahamic bullshit, archon, whatever. I'm talking about, so you have light and dark, right? You have solar angelics, and then you have the jinn, DJINN, darker entity spirits, shadow spirits, spirits from the dark, energy vampires who were not born with the source divine light. So they have to plug in to another being, an empathic being or a light being or a, you know, starseed, I want to say soul starseed being with lots of nurturing empathic abilities, psychic abilities, and they want to keep that going, whether they are rooted there and intrude and move in on a property and suck your energy, or whether they target you through the churches or the workplace or schools or any type of, or, you know, Uncle Sam's franchises, any type of archonic corporation or agenda from the 9 to 5 constructs, because everything connects in energy. And she was always a light warrior, and I applaud her because she also was a goddess incarnate, and she was contacted by goddess Inanna, goddess Athena, goddess Aphrodite, goddess Lilith, goddess Persephone, and so on and so forth. So she had exited this body, okay, fully, and transitioned to and crossed the realms, and it was her choice. It was her soul's choice. So she wanted to leave this earth. It was too painful for her. So the Galactic Federation of Light, like I said in my previous videos, they're leaders from other star planets. So Pleiadian leaders, Lyran leaders, Sirian, also known as Sirius, Sirius leaders, the star seeds, the light beings, okay? Different leaders from each of those star, I'll just say for the mortals, star countries, even though they're not countries, but from those star constellations, just to, you know, help you better understand. And like, if people talk the way that I talk, you know, I've learned from mortals, excuse me, that they will put you in a box of judgment, right? And they will label you and judge you. Oh, she's crazy. She's not making any sense. Yeah, well, your spiritual awakening is not supposed to make sense to others. It's all about your spiritual growth and your spiritual evolvement. And I want to light some rue today, because rue is a huge curse breaker, and it sends negative energy out, away. I don't want to say like it sends negative energy like back to the senders or the source, but it clears you of their projections, you know what I mean? And then I have this drink here with some papaya seeds and some cinnamon stick. So I clear my glasses. And the health drink, sorry. It's a health drink, and we drink a lot of this up in the stars and the constellations. So the solar flare angels really want to come through today. It's so good. I mixed it with passion fruit juice, pineapple ginger juice. It's got bay leaf in there. It's got a shot of ACV today for cleansing, cinnamon stick, turmeric, and ground cinnamon. So it's got a lot of nutrients in there. And some lime juice. I cut a fresh lime and did some lime juice. And so I want to use my lighter, and I want to light some bay leaf, okay? Some rue on this bed of bay leaves for you. And I'm going to get some Angelica as well. The bay kind of caught, but it's fine. I want to light some, yeah, that's fine. I need to get some more, so I'm going to throw some Angelica on this. And just my awakenings, sometimes they trigger like bad nerves, because it can be really traumatizing almost to go through spiritual awakenings. It's not easy. It's not an easy plight. So today when I woke up, my nerves, along with being attacked by archons from her family, because my star family, oops, so I'm going to do that. I'm still trying to get adjusted to this body, so I get a little clumsy, because this isn't my natural state. So that's why you saw like a teeny piece of, this is Angelica, look at this, of Angelica fall on the floor. But we're going to be burning all of this today, because Angelica is really potent to get negative energies out. And I also got this yesterday from Fancy Fruits, because I went in there to get some eggplants. This is amazing. It's a clear. And the solar angelics want to come through. Oh, and I also made an herbal tea, I forgot, and it's probably cold by now. And I meant to put some cinnamon stick in this. So just pardon me, because the past 2 or 3 days I was not doing my herbal. So it's an herbal tea. It has bay leaf in there. I put tarragon herb. I boiled tarragon herb, a little bit of rosemary, oregano, and a couple other, and it doesn't taste the best, but it cleanses your system. And we ate a lot of herbs, seeds, leaves, and fish from my star constellations. It's perfect now. It's very herbally and soothing. This is what I needed, I feel, for my nerves, so I could kind of just calm, get grounded and centered, back into Mother Gaia. And I've been walking a lot for the past 2 days. So yesterday I did 6 miles, and the day before that I think I did like 5 miles maybe. And instead of taking the car to the market, I will just walk, which is like 2.9 miles there, and then 2.9 back, I think. So almost 6 miles, according to the MapQuest thing, or the Google Maps, not MapQuest. So we're gonna do the burning of the Angelica on top of the, and they're telling me to burn basil. Someone's telling me, one of the guides are telling me to burn, and I have sweet basil here, and I didn't realize it was sweet because it's so small. It's written so small, and I just saw basil and I grabbed it. But I love Spice Islands, and I love their cinnamon sticks and their bay leaves and their tarragon, and it's like one of my favorite brands. So we're gonna sprinkle some basil, and sometimes I boil this in my tea, but since it's sweet basil, you don't really want the taste of that. I just like regular basil in my tea, but, and I gotta be careful because I just put my nails on yesterday, but those are for your taps, for your crystals. So we are going to burn this. This lighter is so awesome. Look at this. I got this at Dollar Tree, and it's like a flare-up lighter. I don't know what you call these, but I love the color. And it's so easy to light the herbs for the sessions with these. And if you want, for equal energy donations in exchange for my spiritual gifts, my spiritual wisdom and insight and knowledge from the higher light realms, and my light language channels, and my shamanesque gifts, and my Reiki healing abilities, among all of my gifts that I have, you can also make a donation to my Cash App, and I will leave that in the description box. And I want to just do a little bit more the description box in the video, and I want to get this. I don't know why I said arnica. I do have arnica, but it's not in this room. They're telling me to burn arnica, which is in the master suite room. There's the reptilians in there, so I don't really want to go and bother the reptilian right now, because so we're going to talk about the reptilians and how they target you, the spiritual warriors and the light warriors, and if you are an angelic incarnate like she was, and that was her first, she was derivative of the angelics, okay? And I'm not talking about, like I said, Abrahamic angelics. I'm talking about cosmic angels, okay? The solar angelics. And I'm just gonna put this here because this is, I'm just kind of put this on my crown chakra as well as my back, because they like to hook on to your root chakra and your crown and soul star chakra, and some of them like to link in or hook into your third eye chakra and your throat chakra, as well as other parts like your solar plexus and so on and so forth. So you really have to be conscious. So archons are those reptilian star races where, and I want to burn some tarragon as well, where they will hook into your mind, mental, whether it's mental conditioning of you getting a 3 to 11 or a 9 to 5, or going into the matrix, going to church on Sundays. And I understand if you have to make a living and you have no choice, and you have bills to pay and things like that. I understand this. You know what I mean? And I know that like the matrix in the world can be very cold, very distressing to starseeds. So okay, solar angelics, they keep mentioning like we want you to talk about us. I'm gonna do a solar angelic light language activation after I burn these herbs. I'm having a little too much fun. No, because these herbs are very potent to cleanse the environment. So we're gonna cleanse, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been on this eggplant kick to the point where like it tastes like a specific food from my star realms. And I mean, eggplant is just so amazingly delicious to me. So now we are going to be, okay. And I'm saying okay to the solar angelics because they're telling me to use many organites. They love the organites. Solar angelics. I'm going to channel light language activation codes with you and take what resonates. If you don't understand, it's okay. I'm a channel and a conduit, and I got my solar angelic light language integration last night from the cosmic solar angels. Solar angels, they're angels of the divine cosmic flames. I don't know how else to say this. They're cosmic solar angels. So angels of the light, angels of the flames, the solar flames. And I'm not talking about hell, okay? I'm talking about the cosmic angels, the light beings, and I mean extremely light. They're spiritual warriors of light. And we're going to do some light language. Just to kind of clear any archonic projections. And we're going to talk about projections and how to clear them as well. So, okay. Anunnaki amasya antu ala sakandi saka usa sakundasa andasa uputa undasi kontasa andasi katandasa uwa usa Ambatabeth Orion Eric Arosh Inos Ikos Undasa Tanti Tritudasa Andasi Kitandasa Uwa Sikanda Sula Sakanda Sakuti Usasuki Asantasi Asola Usila Solar Usundo Susasa. Also, some Mintalkin light mothers want to come as well and take what resonates. If you don't understand, that was I'm sorry. Okay, so that was the Mintalkins, the Mintalkin mermaid star mothers. They want me to do a Mintalkin light language channeling as well. So solar angelics. I have this beautiful cosmic angel organite dome that I've had for many. So this is very protective, and he's been wanting me to use him, and the poor thing, it looks like somebody scratched him and I need to clean him off. They always targeted her things, and it's just really sad that her family had to be like this to her. So I'm gonna clean this one off later, or actually I could do it now because they want me to use it in the session. I'm just gonna throw some of this on a Huggies baby wipe and clean it. They really targeted her things when she went to the plaza, and they threw a lot of her things away, and it's sad because that made them happy and satisfied them because they were trying to block her light and ruin her life. And then she came back stronger than ever after she learned these soul lessons. And maybe I should have seen this before and seen this is good because I'm cleaning it with this right here, which is very potent, the Florida water. So this is going to cleanse everything out. They tried to project on it. And it's just sad that she was a target like that, and that they labeled her gifts as crazy just because they hated her. And it's just pathetic, really. And I mean, that's what darkness and shadow people and energy vampires do. And they'll never understand, and it's not their mission to understand. It's their mission to act from their lower vibrational ego selves and for to never heal, and that's all they know. So you can't expect someone who is so low vibrational and who is so connected to their ego and their shadow spirit attachments to understand about a light warrior soul awakening process, which lasts for years, you know, and they'll label you as all these things that you're not. The government is really wild today because, like, in the archons, they're everywhere. They could be in, like, tree services, and some of them are in lawn maintenance, but then there's some extraterrestrial beings in lawn maintenance. You know what I mean? Oh, right now they're doing the lawn. Speaking of which, so the solar angelics, and I'm so sorry about this and how loud it gets. I forgot today was Thursday. He was like backing up, which I understand he had to work, but it's like, hi, I'm doing a video for my viewers. So this is a beautiful solar angelic organite angel, and he was all red before, and I think she got him back in like 2000 or 2001 or maybe 2019. I'm so sorry if you have headphones in, but the solar angelics, after they leave, they do this really quickly. They leave, and then I will do more channeling. So yes, this is him. And I need lots of juices and herbal nutrients for this body, because I'm trying to integrate trauma out, and I had a huge mass awakening of solar angelics last night come through and tell me, and her cellular memories, while they were clearing the trauma and saying, you know, you're a light warrior. She was part of the 144s. So she was never a fallen angel. She was always an angel of light, and the solar angelics worked very closely with her for a long time. The archons and their projections and how they were hooking into her and trying to pull her back into the matrix or abuse her or try to blind her power by taking her things and demoralizing her and demeaning her and trying to humiliate her and trying to toxic shame her and so on and so forth with all of these archonic, all of that's archonic. She felt like she was so anchored and pulled down into sometimes into Persephone and Hades, you know, the underworld. So like Demeter was Persephone's mother. She's Persephone's mother. She is. And Hades abducted Persephone. And so she had to go down into the underworld, which is like, if you are a shaman or a shamaness, it's really like Middle Earth, or there's a word for it, but it's like, hang on. She felt like she was like a prisoner in Hades' garden, and she like felt like so much darkness, and then sometimes she felt like she was in the fallen angel realm, and it was just like in 2021 when all this happened, she started having wicked back pain, and she was like, my wings are ripped off. And then we're going to talk about the phoenix birds as well. So I know a lot of this information, it's from different realms and solar activations of soul integration, just spiritual awakenings. Also, the phoenix bird was a guardian for one of her daughters. She called her the rainbow bird. And it was, she could be her so she could tell you on her account, from her own account, what the rainbow bird does. So the rainbow bird was a spirit guardian, a spirit totem animal for one of her daughters, and she had a bird family, okay? But every time she was in this house, she said, Mommy, my rainbow bird left and went to be with her family. She doesn't like it here. It's darkness. So if you live with I know they have to do their job, and I'm trying to woosah because my nerves from my spiritual awakenings and my spiritual evolvement meditations last night and the solar angelics, and like that right there is a trigger for me. Okay, so like it's really hard for me to hear like loud noises based on her trauma that she stored in her body, because they're triggers. It's like almost like PTSD, but she was never diagnosed with anything like that. But so this right here, but it felt like it. Just want to wait till he's done with his job. And he came back. Yay. Okay, so I know that they have to do their jobs. I understand. They have families that they have to provide for. Okay. And I'm just like thinking like, okay, it's gonna be fine. Because these big noises, they're triggers for her from how she stored trauma in her body. And it's not easy sometimes to hear like loud noises. So we're gonna shake this energy out. I think they're leaving now, or they're about to. Hopefully. I want to burn a little bit. It was a little triggering for me. I want to burn some more, I actually want to burn some more rue. So this is the rue that I have. And rue is really good to cleanse out. And I kind of want to show you what it looks like, but I don't want to spill it out of the bag. It's like this. It's not goat's rue, it's regular Mama Gaia Earth rue. Just regular rue. There's different types of rues, obviously, on Mother Gaia, because she offers so much of her plentiful bounty to where it's medicine. Hoping that they leave. So let's just do more rue here. Kind of cleanse out that stress. Okay, it feels better now. You can just feel this energy from the rue. It clears out any type of projections. And she was targeted with lots of projections, and they're gonna fly all around. They really are, because this lighter is so powerful. So, okay, the solar angelics, right? I'm gonna kind of cleanse this, because he's been through a lot, the solar angel in here. Just like she was put through a lot. And we're gonna do some channeling. I want to open the window, so I'm just like, I think they left. Because I want any lower vibrational shadow entities, any intrusions, any projections from archons to leave now. So like yesterday I was taking a walk, and there were these people, like government workers, who are very archonic because they're subjected to the water, which is a pollutant, because the water in retention ponds and in the reclaimed water plants in Orange County of Orlando and Seminole County and just all over, really, it's just all sabotaged, and it's polluted with so what they're saying was they capture immigrants and they murder them. So sad. I know it's such a scary thing for the video, I'm sorry, but she was threatened by this woman in the plaza. And I say this in one of my previous videos, to where she was walking in the rain, she was trying to get to Target, and this woman picked her up, and she was just like, oh, I thought you were an immigrant from far away, but you're so attractive. But you heard what Trump's saying on the news about the immigrants is how they're getting captured and murdered, and they're chopping their body parts up and throwing them into the retention ponds, and the reclaimed water plants are getting affected by them. And she like hopped out the car like, okay, is this a threat? Like, it was just so awful, especially to like a starseed, to where like you embody a lot of empathy, like empathic, psychic, clairvoyant abilities, and you're a sponge. So like you sponge up everyone's intentions and you feel it. You're like, and you take that as a threat, you know what I mean? Because she projected that awful energy. That's why like the news is very corruptive. It's all archonic. The media, those are archons stemming from the reptilian star races and Alpha Dracos. And when I use dragons in my light language channel, when I channel the dragons, they're my cosmic star mother dragons. They're not draconians, like from the Alpha Draco reptilian star race. Because there's different types, just like salt and sugar look alike, but they're different. You know what I mean? So we are going to, let me just take a sip of this. I just want to show you. I want to light more herbs and do more tapping. Kind of show you like what's in there. Papaya seed, all of that. That's sprinkled turmeric and cinnamon. Sometimes I put lemon juice, but today I did the ACV shot and some lime. And papaya seeds. And it's very like gingery, like it's like zing. It's like I feel the vitality coming back into her body after releasing. She did like a huge release last night. And so I want to burn a little bit more tarragon and some cinnamon. So my mission here as a walk-in soul is to spread the truth and light on humanity. And the solar angelics are like, channel us. And I'm like, okay. They're like, stop burning stuff and channel our message. And I will. I know, I need to listen more. I'm gonna get a leaf of bay to put on top of this. As well as, did I say cinnamon? I know I was thinking cinnamon. Because this is my go-to herb. And I'm just kind of gonna run this through the candle flame, and I don't know if I want to pick this up because I had it burning kind of all night. This flame is better. I need to get a better burn. Hang on. I need to get a better burn on this candle. On this cinnamon from this candle. And this one's a thicker stick, so it's gonna be like a while. So this brings the sweetness back. This brings back sweetness. And I don't like archonic agendas because in the shelters down here, they deliver a bunch of expired food, which is very inhumane to the rescue missions that house children, babies, and mothers, and even some single fathers, or even families who aren't a single mother or father. And it was like all of the bread in the outreach mission, all of the bread there, excuse me, my throat chakra, sometimes it's attacked, and the archons want to silence me through it so I don't talk and speak the truth. It also could be from some pineapple ginger juice. It's a different brand in the ACV. This is why I do my herbal tea, but now it's cold. And then I also have some, this is like really bad. I have some bubbly lime and I have some, this is actually what I need right now. I need a sparkling water, which is a Topo Choco lime. So one of these too. This really helps. Sparkling water helps the digestion. It's better than purified water. They put all kinds of stuff in the purified waters. And that also can be tied to the reclaimed water plants. And I need some ice, so I'm not going to drink this right now. Excuse me. But this is my favorite color. If you haven't seen my other tops, and I'm very extraterrestrial, but we are going to talk about solar angelics today, cosmic angels. We'll talk about solar flares in another video because there's lots of solar flares happening right now. And I'm going to channel, they want me to use, let me feel this out, hold on. This is a carnelian, they don't want me to use this to channel. This is an organite. They want me to use, I'm trying to think of where my chakra organite is because that one went missing and I think the Archon stole it. And I haven't seen him in a while. Light, which our first son gave her. It's a pendant. She needs to get a chain for him. Light. I wish that like it would just, I wish you could see it better. So we're gonna do a channel in a second, but I want to do some crystal tapping for you guys. Some tiger's iron. And then we still have to burn the herbs. And then we're gonna do some solar angelic cosmic angel channelings. Very potent and very strong. Flare everywhere. I need to be careful. And I want to get some cinnamon stick going as well. I like a lot of incense, and I don't have incense. I just use the herbs as incense at this point. The smoke cleanses so much. You really have to be careful with this lighter because it's ultra powerful. Like my soul. Seriously. Especially when the solar flame angels, the light activators come through. And they're very present. They're very present in my energetic field right now. And I'm going to be doing a channel after I get the cinnamon stick burning because my Earth Mother Gaia shamaness medicine woman is in me, and I'm just like, I love burning stuff. And I went through such a huge soul involvement last night, and I was clearing out lots of trauma from her body to the point where she needed lots of liquids today, lots of, you saw me like gulping those drinks, or that drink. And she was getting attacked again by archons and reptilians. And so like today when she woke up, she went to go like see her, like just to get some ice for her papaya, you know, lemon ginger or pineapple ginger drink and passion fruit drink. And like she saw just like 2 Bibles. It's like they fear her power, the archons, and then they'll tell her like get a job because they want to suppress her gifts and they don't want her to go and be in her power. And this is my soul mission. Is I'm a light warrior as well, not just a walking soul, but I work very, very close. I have friends in the solar angelics, the cosmic angelic realm, cosmic angels, and I just want to get a really good burn. I know it's splitting, but I just need to get a really good burn to bring the sweetness back, because I feel like after being in their kitchen, and like this is not my home, like it was her home, you know what I mean? Like it was more like, hey, this is not my family, like my family is in the star realms, you know, and Orion, Pleiades, Lyra. So right now there's a lot of Lyran cat energies and cosmic lions around, as well as the solar flare angels, the cosmic angelics. So I'm gonna do a channel, a light language channel activation, and sometimes you might hear light language from Lyra, and then some solar angelics may come through, because I'm a conduit. I don't choose, they choose me, and they act through me. So let me just shut this. Ambasa kuti sakanda sa uasi umbasi to akonda soki andasa undi ukasa umpako antosi andasi koto uasu ikinda sakanda sukuya sakanto suki unkuto usuto ondasa ukuto usuto undoso okanti usaki asana solar susuki umpako undasi katoa katu ikasunda sakuba asaka undasa kutuina. So now there's some fairies that want to come through. So fairy light language is very prominent as well. They like to work through her, which is my pink quartz. Undasi katanda sakanda sakuti usaka uasako pupi kaku tata tikiti sukunda sakala sakotu sakikakanda sakabra saka raku sikato unda saka isiki kinda sikiki isiki yo usukunda saka usakura sakoto ura suku usikaka tu sukunda saka umbaki kuta sakanda saka usakusa usa. Okay. And some Anunnaki light mothers want to come through. Umbasi kanta sanda saka unda sakusa susi sasu susatu susu nasato so soto uro suko tusi kumba asikuta ura sakunda sa usa unda sa usa kita sakanda sakaputa usaka tanda saka usaka umbako usuko ru usakanda sa uvila rambasa eros urusuko usukundu sukura sakata. So this was an Anunnaki star mother who was more assertive. Unda sakati sakatanda saka usako usa umbasikata saka rusaka usa anda sakapasa. Unda sakapati sakanda sakapasa oso koto usi inda sakunda sakasa. Umbasikunda sakatanda sakandata usi tukunda saka usa. Umbasi usunda usunkanta sakanda saka asaka pot usukupo pongo sokoro. Umbasi kundu sokora undasi kundu sukunda sakundas. Undasi kundu sukumba sukupu kusu upu kundu kubumbu sukupu usorumba saka asatusu. Umbasi kunda sokoto oso usa pakasakata sakato usi kundun soku usakanda saka. Okay, so she's saying some of you, she wants me to tell you this in English as well. Some of you are needing to take care of your physical vessels more. She's an herbal, like medicine woman. She's an herbal medicine woman from the Anunnaki realms. The Anunnaki is like ancient I don't know how to say this word, Mesopotamian or Mesopotamian, I'm sorry, but she comes through a lot and she teaches how to honor your temple. She is a goddess, a star mother from Anunnaki, and she's saying take lots of herbs like, you know, turmeric, rosemary, cinnamon stick, bay leaves. Make a organza bag of these herbs, excuse me, so like you can get like, this is what I mean when I say an organza bag. These are organza bags. Yes, I have lots of rose quartzes in here, some labradorite eggs, and you can just get a small one and just tie it up and put your herbs in, and then so your herbs won't clog up the drain. This was from my old business that I had. For Moon Goddess Charm, that's when I was more of a baby practitioner. And we are going to do some tapping, and then we are going to do a little bit of cutting cords at the very end to archonic influences, those reptilian star agendas of wickedness in the matrix. And I had to enter into the matrix yesterday, and it was very hard for like her cellular memories in her body and the nerves, the nervous system. And it's so loud, like when you go and you walk to the markets and all the cars in the matrix are passing you because they have to make their 9 to 5 or they're on their lunch break, and it's just like, it's heavy. It's lots of heaviness. And my gifts, like from her as well, I absorb. So like I absorb emotions and temperaments and energies. I'm a sponge of every living being, and it's so difficult to be in the matrix. And like I can't do small talk. Like I hate small talk. I hate when mortals live by such shallow, this is not my first. I belong on the star realms, but you know, the Galactic Federation of Light sent me here to do work, to bring in and initiate and like awaken the masses of the new herbs. And we're gonna do some salt shaking, and I want to burn some more herbs and pull, cut some cords with my black tourmaline and my obsidian smoky quartz arrowheads. And then I want to here it is. Okay. So I have 2 arrowheads here. I also have this. They want me to use this in the session. This is a like pink citrine. It's like a ametrine. Oh. But it's connected to the solar angels. They like those orange, red, and like pink orange crystals. So I have my smoky quartz arrowhead here, and then I have my black tourmaline. Or they might be an Apache tear, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna be pulling and cutting. So I'm seeing a lot from your throat chakra. In my third eye, I could see all of this here. And then I want to get some from your higher chakras, like your soul star, your third eye, and your crown chakra. It's murky and dirty, and it's not from you, it's from cords, like projections from these archonic beings from the matrix, whether it's from cults or just programming, you know, tons and tons of trauma that if you start crying after the session, it's because I'm cutting cords. If you start crying during, it's because I'm taking these out of you. Let's do some from the sacral, the solar plexus, the roots. Then I want to kind of go down under your, I want to do trying to get your earth star chakra and root and base chakra, you know, your root base chakra. Ooh, and I felt a projection trying to arc on and hook into me. So we're gonna shake this away. I'm also a tantric energy goddess, so when I like to work with some tangerine quartz here, and her little baby right here, I like tangerine. This one's a tangerine Lemurian quartz. This one's a tangerine aura. And I'm gonna do some crystal tapping. And I don't mean to run the video so long. I don't want you guys to feel like it's a history assignment or something. But it's just a lot of knowledge and higher wisdom from the star realms that I must channel and I must awaken the masses with from my experiences, and they spiritually teach you or save you from going through some hectic psychic attacks or archonic attacks from the archonic agenda. Okay, and Anunnaki star mothers, they really are coming through today strong, and they want me to do another channel with them, and I wanted to show you this, but they're like, no, channel me through crystals like this. This is a calcite, but it's the colors connected to the earth, Mother Gaia, and crystals like this as well. I want to get a good grip so I don't drop. It looks like a dragon egg. Okay, so sakotunda sakatandi sakato uro osokundo sokoto uso. Sakato undo sakatunda sakata sakapatana sokoto uso uro umosoko uso uto uko undo uso ukoto uso. Sakatundo sokoto uso urumba sokoto uso koto umbo sokoto uso uro sokondo sokorumba sakata asakotundo isokoto uro sokotondo sakata asakopoto soko. Sakatinda sakato uso koto sokotondo sokoto uro sokoto undo sokotondo soko uso. Just imbuing some Seikei Reiki into this. And we're going to kind of tap and fluff your aura and seal those leaks. Umbo sokotondo sokondo sokondo sokoto sokotondi sikinda sakatata sakatapo sokoto oro. Umba sakandi saka sukondo sokopo soko onda sakata suchita sokondo sokita saka. Umba saka usinda sakanda sakanda sakapoko o sokopo pondo sokoto rumba saka o sokoto oso. Rumba sokoto undo sokoti sakatanda sakata rumba sakata sokoto undo sakata asakato usoko sokoto undo sakata. Umba sakatinda sakata usokoto usuru sukondo sokoto usokonanda sakata patas usokoto. So herbal medicine will help your body, your physical vessel at this time, as well as be careful of any subliminal messages on YouTube. Be careful with subliminals. I don't know if you hear of these, because, okay, this is just a message really quick, and I need to hurry this up and wrap it up. Subliminal messages, like to help you ace your exams, or free fast food, or just like any type of subliminal messages. This is for someone out there if you're still here. I didn't mean for the session to run this long, but be careful, because you don't really personally know the sub maker, and you don't know what they do on a daily, and you don't know if their intentions are completely pure or what energy imprints they carry, and they're creating the sub for you, and you don't know like what you're gonna feel after. Like, so if you're empathic, you could take on their energy, and you could be angry after listening to their created subliminal. So just be careful. Even like life of luxury, like lifestyle subliminals, or like even like fox eyes or siren eyes. Just be careful, because unless you really get a really good vibe and you're absolutely sure that, okay, they carry a good vibe, they carry good energy, and I don't care if they have like 107k subscribers, they could still have a wicked energy. You don't know if they worship the darker lords to get to that level. And I'm not trying to down anyone. I think it's amazing if you know you're that successful on YouTube and your spirit guides do amazing jobs to get you that following, but just be more conscious of the messages, even messages, spoken messages from coworkers, family, or friends, and what they try to plant, because people will be seed planters and pushers, and they'll push their influences on you, which is archonic. So I ran like a minute and 10 seconds over. They wanted me to stop at 106, so an hour and 6. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and namaste. I hope you enjoyed the session and the channeling and just my higher light realms of knowledge and wisdom and light. And many blessings to you guys. And remember, stay in your energy. That is them. This is me. Energetic boundaries. And I want to come back and do a... You'll see what I have in store. It's whatever my guides want me to talk about. More solar angelics, more tantric kundalini activations, earth shamanist, cutting, pulling, aura fluffing. I'm so excited. Blessings.